Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Alexander Avenue. Before I get started, I would like you to like, subscribe, and share this page so that, I can grow something out of here that's really, really good. And only you guys can help me. You and God can help me, okay? I'd like to talk about this University of Alabama basketball player, Darius Miles, allegedly, I think you could still say allegedly, I guess, accused of providing a gun to commit murder or shooting a young lady only because she didn't want to speak to him. The case goes like this. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, here's a guy who had his whole life ahead of him. If this is true, he had his whole life ahead of him. Basketball player, could probably play in the pros. Then he's gonna probably he may spend the rest of his life in jail. Accused of allegedly killing a young mother of 23 years old with a 5-year-old child. That child would never get to know his mother, and he took away, allegedly took away her life as well. Well, it says after University of Alabama basketball player Darius Miles was charged with murder in the death of 23-year-old mother and removed from the team. The victim's loved one says she was shot and killed when she declined a man trying to flirt with her. Miles, 21, and Michael Lyn Davis, 20, were arrested and charged with capital murder in the shooting death of Jamea Jonae Harris near the university campus early Sunday, the Tuscaloosa Violent Crimes Unit said. The two men made their initial court appearances Monday and are being held without bail. Witnesses said Davis was the shooter and got the weapon from Miles, according to depositions from Tuscaloosa Sheriff's Office investigator Brendan Culpepper. There is also surveillance video of the shooting, the court document says. Darius Miles admitted to providing Michael Davis with the handgun immediately prior to the shooting, Culpepper said in the deposition for Miles's case. Okay, so it's not alleged. He did provide the gun. It's no longer alleged. CNN has made attempts to reach Miles' attorney, who said in a statement obtained by CNN affiliate WBRC that Miles and his family are heartbroken over Harris's death, but he maintains his innocence and looks forward to his day in court. Davis on Monday declined a court-appointed attorney and plans to retain his own lawyer, according to court documents. It is unclear whether Davis has yet hired an attorney. Tuscaloosa County District Attorney Hayes Webb told CNN he will take the case to a grand jury. Miles was the only person connected to the University of Alabama involved in the shooting, authorities said. The university's athletics department announced Sunday that he has been kicked off the basketball team. When police responded to the shooting around 1:45 a.m. Sunday, they found Harris had been fatally shot while she was in a car less than half a mile from the campus, authorities said. Harris and her boyfriend had driven to Tuscaloosa from Birmingham to visit her cousin, who was a student at the University of Alabama. Harris's mother, DeCarla Cotton, told CNN. Harris's boyfriend told Cotton the three of them were getting something to eat after a night out when a man approached Harris and started flirting with her, the mother said. He was advancing on her and she declined his attention. He refused to go away, Cotton told CNN. While they were attempting to leave, one gentleman walked up to the car and started shooting. Harris's boyfriend shot back and hit one of the suspects, Cotton said. The suspect later went to a local hospital, which helped connect him to the shooting, she added. Investigators have said one of the suspects was hit by the returning gunfire and sustained a non-life-threatening wound. Tuscaloosa Violent Crimes Unit Captain Jack Kennedy said the motive of the shooting appeared to be a minor altercation that these individuals had with the victim as they were out on the Strip, which is a hub of restaurants and businesses near the university's campus. She wasn't a troublemaker, Cotton said of her daughter. She was a hard-working mother who got up every day to take care of her son, Cotton said. Harris's 5-year-old son is staying with Cotton, the mother said. I haven't found the words to explain this to him yet, she said. Miles, who is from Washington, D.C., is a junior at the university, according to an archived version of the men's basketball team roster. He was in the midst of playing his third season as a forward for the Alabama Crimson Tide, the archive page shows. That's over. That's got to be over. There's no way in the world his career is done. University of Alabama men's basketball head coach Nate Oates said in a news conference Monday that the weekend's events are really a tragedy all around. It's very true. I just want to start today by offering our deepest condolences to the family and friends of Jamea Jonae Harris, a young woman, daughter, and mother who was taken away too soon from a senseless act, he said at the opening of the conference. The team gathered Sunday night to talk about the shooting and arrest of their teammate, Oates said. We're continuing to support each other as we process this and balance school and basketball, he said. The team will continue practicing in preparation for Tuesday's game against Vanderbilt University, Oates said. I wish we weren't having to address this situation, but we've got to pull together as a team at this point and really be there for each other, Oates said. Adding, the players are aware of additional support services available on campus and within the athletics department. The university has said it is cooperating with the investigation along with the athletics department. So this guy, giving the gun, pulling the trigger, however, why put yourself in that kind of situation? Why put yourself out there to even be with someone with a gun? You have a career ahead of you. You're in college. Even if you don't get to play basketball, you can still get a well-meaning job, a professional job out there. Career, you have had a career ahead of you, whether basketball or something else. But this is what you chose to do. You chose to hand a gun to somebody that committed murder. So, at your life at 21 years old is over, So I say this to a lot of the young guys out there that have a hard time trying to make the right decision. You see this guy here? His future, there's no future there. And if there is, he'll be an old man before he gets a chance to step back out there and make something of himself if he ever can. But what he had, it's unbelievable what God could have shown him. What could have transpired with this young man. But he chose to take his life, and like I said, even worse, he chose to participate in another life being taken away, a life of a young mother that all she did was say no to someone trying to talk to her. She was being a lady. She has a boyfriend. And she didn't accept the flirt. She didn't accept the advances. And because of that, she's gone. Because these guys couldn't take no for an answer. I tell you, you young men out there, and even you older guys out there, stop being so sensitive and weak when it comes to someone saying no to you. Grow up here. You know what I mean? And move on with your life. If a woman says no, if she says she doesn't want to be involved with you, she doesn't want to talk to you, she doesn't want to say hello back to you, let it go. There's so many other women out here in the world that you can move on to, and they'll probably accept your advances. But if one says no, if 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 says no, still keep going. Keep going until you find one that'll say yes. All right? Well, I like to say my condolences, our condolence, my family, me and my family's condolence, my family and highest condolences to Jamea Jonae Harris and her family and that child that's going to be now, raised without her in his life. That's what really hurts. That's what really hurts. On that note, I'll speak to you guys soon.